original inspiration was to save money on the utility cost, and we had looked at just putting skylights in. And once we did a little bit of research on that, we found out that that putting skylights in without having a heat trap or something like that is that we were going to increase our HVAC load. And so it was very important that we didn't, rob Peter to pay Paul. That, so we just felt that, once this came along, that this was absolutely the way that we wanted to go. Once they showed us the way it traps the heat, and also the way that it, it's just multiplies the amount of light that comes through here by using the mirror grid system. One of the measurements for a retail establishment and for Ace Hardware in general is they like to see stores that have a minimum of 100 candle power per square foot, I guess, at 5 feet. And so by putting this system in, that we far exceed that, and it, on a sunny day that sometimes we're, 175, 200 candle power. And so that it gives us tremendous light levels, which makes our products look fresh and new. It doesn't look like a dreary store. It doesn't make the product, you're not walking into a cave, that it really brightens things up. From the very minute that we installed the system, that we were more than satisfied, even elated that it was working as well as it as was thought to. Usually when you get involved in some of these things, is they always say, well, after the fact, why did you do this? Why did you spend this money? You should have never bought that model. You always bought the wrong model, and so it was just really happy to see that it worked that way. We were immediately seeing savings of $1,000 a month compared to our other facilities. So it was just within a year or so that we installed the system in another one of our buildings. We were so happy with it, and we're still happy with it today after many years. Also in this location, something that we weren't really looking to or prepared for is that we have a higher average sale, and a high average sale is very important in our industry because you can't make any money selling nickels and dimes worth of stuff, that you have to get the dollars in order to pay the bills. And so you pay your bills with those gross profit dollars that usually come from a high average sale, and this store has a higher average ticket than all of our other facilities. Well, as far as the employee morale, that's something that's very difficult to measure. However, we have less turnover in this particular store than we do in our other stores that do not have the lighting system in it. And we feel that it lends to the employees being happier also, because there's more natural light. The quality of the mechanisms that are up on the roof are fantastic. Everything on the inside of the building, we've had absolutely no problems with. With Ciralight, everybody's been extremely responsive. They're right on top of it. It really doesn't matter what city. They don't have to be a local contractor or anything like that, because they've handled, any issues that we've had over time, they've handled it remotely, and it really wasn't a matter that you have to have somebody right in the city that you're in. We're looking for any improvements that we can make here for the environment, especially when there's something like putting these Ciralight skylights in that absolutely are a quick return on the investment. Those aren't just things that are costing us money, they're actually producing a profit for us. A lot of the things that it takes to being green actually cost money. But this is a product, through Ciralight that you put it on the roof and you're immediately saving money, which is putting profits to the bottom line. We have talked to many people that are working on building buildings, and even some huge retailers have come through our organization to really see it in, firsthand. And so, I want them to get all the nuts and bolts and all the information from Ciralight, and then I want them to come talk to me. Anybody that wants to talk to us or see these skylights, we are just here with open arms, that we are so excited about it that we want to talk to anyone that we can.